Hey guys. Say hi, Bentley. This is Bentley. She's my everything. She wants to get down. All right. Well, first of all, thank you for clicking on this video. And please thank whatever or whoever led you to this video. My name is Charles Pang. I am 40 years old, living in Aurora, Colorado, where I was born and raised and pretty much have never left. I am an adult who has gone through just life. I'll just say that, and life is a journey, and I would have loved to have had a lot of advice that I feel at 40 years old now I would have loved to give my younger self. But unless one of you younger Americans cracks the code and figures out time travel, I'm pretty much stuck with this. So my only option is to kind of live vicariously through all of you and just give you the advice that I would have loved to have given myself if I was a youth in America today, whether that's from early childhood to adolescence to the tweens and then teenagers, and just all these stages that just are the milestones apparently in our American Western view. So with that being said, I am somebody who is okay with being bipolar. I know I am a narcissist. I know that I can break out into, acute fits of narcissistic rage. And these are all, dictionary definition, clinical diagnosis, where when I was a youth in America, mental health was not handled at all like we are starting to handle all these things just involved with mental health, having a happy, healthy mind, and it just boggles me that it's just now starting to get attention on how important just the condition of our minds are, just for the overall quality of life that we experience, or the way that we ultimately look at everything that we experience. It all starts here. And so, like I said, it just blows me away that it's just now becoming like, oh, maybe we should address this. So in that sense, I remember my elders would be like, oh, you're so lucky you have electricity. Or, it's just like that. So just from one old guy trying to be like, you guys are so lucky you were growing up in the time. Just know that, we adults are just new to this. And so if you guys are going through it and the adults that you have around you just don't have a reaction to how to help you. Just I ask, like, just try to understand that's most likely the reason why. It's just we just as adults want to help you kids as much as we can because we've screwed up so much with ourselves from our parents that got screwed up from their parents. So it's just been this endless cycle, and it's just a way to contribute something to the world. This is, I guess, my answer to that. It's just, if I can create a channel where just I can let you guys know, like, whatever you're going through, like, trust me, you're not alone. And I know everybody says that, but like, I tell you, you're not alone. Like, I guarantee you, whatever you're gone through, or just kind of wallowing over, I know. Like, I've done a lot. So, as arrogant as that sounds, again, that's what I would hope to do with this channel, is just make myself available to my people. And I'm not just referring to, my fellow Americans or Asians, or when I say my people, I mean everybody, but if we're focusing, like, yes, like, I would love to be able to make myself available, especially to the youth of America, because you guys are the future. And there's just so much we could have done better to make this time less what it is. I'll just say that. And so, just on the behalf of all the adults older than you in America who have made your life harder than it should be, we apologize. I talked to all the adults and they said, yeah, Charles, just tell. So, from all the adults, we apologize. Forgive us. We're trying. And yeah, I just kind of hope to be the spokesman for all the adults, because, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'm Asian, so everybody already thinks, well, he's probably pretty smart. Comparatively, I'm not. But like I said, I'm just you in this vessel we call a body, at, just an older stage in life. And if I just maybe 100% real, like, at this current point in our country's history, today is the 22nd, depending on how long it takes this video to upload, of November 2021. I don't know if you guys noticed, like, Friday was November 19, 2021, and then it was 2021, now it's 22. I don't know, these are just, did I mention I have OCD? I just, like, the thoughts that just have consumed my mind, depending on at what stage in life, you're going to be referring to, or we're going to examine, like those thoughts like can be consuming or just like so like motivational and inspirational, or it could just like be to the point where you're just like stop. I just want to make it stop, and just somebody at my age who has just lost too many friends because of this inner dialogue that we all have within our minds, and like I said, it took me 40 years just to like literally I just felt like I got my diploma on, like, oh, congratulations, here you go, Charles, you're an official master of your own mind. Does that make sense? So like I said, it's a journey, and it's not always sunshines and rainbows, it can be, and usually you only realize that when you get to my point, when it's just like, there's no time machine, I can't do anything. And just so you guys don't end up in my position, again, this is why I am trying to create this channel and this content for you guys. It's just, this is all, what do you want to call it? Like ancient Chinese secrets or whatever hilarious term or wordplay you want to put on it. Just please know that your choice is your choice to either take my advice, laugh at my advice, or whatever you can do with advice. I can only imagine what options people can exercise with that, but just know that I speak from the heart. And I speak from the heart because I care about you. And if there's anything you are going through, again, you're not alone. There's plenty of people your age going through the same things. But, we as humans just, and again, it's just mind-boggling to me, like how difficult it is just to share a frown. When we were frowning, like, it's just, I don't get why we still have this expectation of like, just put on a smile, like, I'm sure we all saw, the Joker movie, and it's just like, yeah, but you keep faking it, trying to make it, and it doesn't happen, and then it just all goes to chaos, so if you're somebody just going through whatever you're going through, that's maybe got you feeling like, God, like, is something wrong with me? Or just any kind of negative thought this dialogue you're having is causing you, if you just face this dialogue, if you guys can just work on mastering this dialogue rather than, figuring out and becoming 40 before you get your diploma, like, there are just, like, life is a game, kids. and every game has rules, levels, like cheat codes or secret areas, like life is a game, and like I truly feel that life is all about like figuring out the game. And just somebody who believes like I've lived several lifetimes, and I've been sent signs telling me about each of these lifetimes, like yeah, the memories that have come back to me is just like, okay, I think I'm about to finish this game, and so Ready Player One was one of my favorite games. Like I don't want to just I want to help you guys beat the game before it beats you. And like I said, there's all this stuff about Black Lives Matter, just white privilege. Like to me, that's not a reference to skin color. That's a reference to one's current state of mind or just position in life. When I hear white privilege, I don't think like white skin privilege. I mean, let me back up. I know when the topic of white privilege gets brought up, especially in a negative connotation, it's in reference to just the ideal of like a white skin supremacy, which I'm sure I don't have to say this, but I hope that like 90% of you guys are against. But I've learned that if you just like put yourself against something or just say in your head like, like I'm against this or I support this, like what you're doing is you are creating a part of your identity. So just kind of recognize that. Like, if I tell you like, yeah, I'm a white supremacist, what would you think? I'm sure that me being, this Korean looking guy gives me a certain privilege that a white skinned person would not get, saying the same thing. I'm a white supremacist. Like that's privilege. And so if we're going to talk about skin color privileges, essentially back in my day, we called that playing the race card, so, and there's a lot that can be joked about that, but I really am getting frustrated with how stuck my generation has been on this concept of white privilege because we just automatically see it as race. And so, again, I did stand-up comedy, which really was my therapy. And through comedy is just how I look at life. And so you'll hear me laughing a lot, and I hope, throughout this, you'll laugh along with me. But as kind of, I was just listening to this and, from a comedic standpoint, you just kind of put yourself in different perspectives. And so I heard Trevor Noah talk about, white supremacists screaming, we need to take this country back, like take this country back, like, I was like, yeah, maybe we should. Because if we could take this country back to the point when it all started, and that's the thing, that's the great thing, is like the way that our forefathers who were writing the Declaration of Independence, like just drafted the words that we just, I think, forgot, or I don't know, maybe just like blindly just say we believe. Like a lot of Christians who just like put a blind faith in a book that some will say like is written by God. But then it's like, what do you mean? Like, I don't know. And I'm sure like some of you already have like a religious affiliation. I have nothing against any kind of religion, but I do have a problem when that religion really makes it confusing to grasp God. And again, if I sit here and I told you, yeah, I'm a white supremacist and I'm God, and I like peanuts and raisins. There's 4 things you should know about me. You know, like in this world of, you know, like gender pronouns and, you know, like just all the stuff going on revolving around gender. Again, this is very new to my generation. So if you're somebody just kind of going through those, you know, those hurdles in life, and you're just not feeling supported by people of my generation, just try to maybe give us some compassion and just understand that we just don't understand. You know, like, yes, there are many of us who are transphobic or homophobic. I'm not. Again, you know, if it's a choice between love or fear, I'm always going to choose love. But I watch a lot of these shows and stuff like that, and it pretty much seems like the argument just ends, where the discussion ends with just, well, you're transphobic. You know, and Dave Chappelle, as a comedian, just one of my heroes, talks about it, and he owns up to it. And I just hope that you guys understand that if we are in that phase where, yeah, okay, I'm transphobic, okay? Like, if you could just ease up on us, you know, like, we don't need I knew it. Don't give us our own medicine. Like, that's the last thing we need, to just realize in ourselves, like, you know, this is a fear that is like nothing to be scared of, you know? Like, that's what I want to help my generation do. So, again, another reason why I'm creating this channel, just like, I'm not a Christian, but I know how awesome Jesus was and just how important, like, all of that is. So if you are somebody who is also struggling just in that aspect of your life, just faith and God and religion, please, again, you're not alone. I've asked those questions. I've got answers to those questions. Or at least, you know, I feel like I have a better answer than 99.9% of the adults. You'll ask to explain this if you are in that position. So again, I also am dedicating my life to do chaplain work, you know, because a chaplain just is somebody who has skills and just an ability to just comfort people through, you know, a time of grief or loss or, you know, troubles from relationships or just any kind of issue. Like, a chaplain is essentially, you know, somebody from a church or a military who's, you know, certified to do that. And as far as the piece of paper, I don't need a piece of paper from a church or a military telling me I can officially go out and try to help people, which is why I spell it CHAPLIN rather than AIN. And in a sense, it's perfect. You know, Charlie Chaplin, great silent movie actor, another hero of mine. So I just want you guys to know, it is a wordplay, but just because I don't have that certificate that when people, especially from a religious affiliation, hear like, oh, a chaplain, I just want to make it clear, I'm not a chaplain for military or religious, like that. I have no approval from them to do what I do. I don't think I have a disapproval from them, but again, just full disclosure. Just, I don't want to lie to you kids because as a kid, I was just constantly lied to by adults, from Santa Claus to Easter Bunny to Tooth Fairy to Christopher Columbus to Pluto's not even a planet. Like, it's it's just like, oh my gosh. So yeah, I just hope that helps you guys just be able to trust that I'm just a kid like you in this body. And yeah, if you're a lost boy or a lost girl, I can be your Peter Pan to like take you to, I don't want to take you, let's stop with these stupid pun analogies, but like I said, guys, I'm just here for you and anybody who may be someone I'm trying to be there for. And so just to wrap this intro video up, again, thank you for clicking on the video, and thank you even more if you've stuck with me this far. And I just hope that everything that I said just reaches your ears, in the language of love. Because to me, that is just the universal language, aside from fear. We either speak love or we speak fear. And so from somebody who speaks love, I just want to say like, hey, like, sorry. And like, I know you guys will do better than us. And if there's anything you would like to just have an adult to talk to who won't judge you or just like rat you out or anything like that, like, that's very, very like valuable. Because without the people I had, the adults that I had during my youth to be able to go to and just talk to me like this is the only reason I'm here. Like, it's just, I'm so grateful for all those people. And so if I can be one of those people for you guys, when you get to my age, I would feel that my life would have been well lived. So with all that said, I would like to be able to do like live, just like conversations, just checking on you guys, hey, Uncle Charles here, just seeing how you're doing. But I very much care for your guys' safety. When I was growing up, I had a show called Mr. Rogers, and this man just made us adults, kids, just everybody when he was around, like, just feel so cared for by him. Like, we just knew, like, we all had Mr. Rogers, and when he left, like, it was a huge void. And so, like, if I can, like, I would like to try to bring that back for your guys' generation. because yeah, it was a beautiful thing what that man tried to do, and I think that it would be very, very like I just if I could be someone who is able to just even compare to Mr. Rogers for the next generations, like that would just I'd be so honored. Like that would just be the cherry on top. But before I get off track, all that being said, in order for me to do live conversations, YouTube requires me to get at least 1,000 subscribers. I have 7 now. So I got a long way to go. So until we reach that point, I'll just keep making personal YouTube videos or these kind of things just to keep in touch. And hopefully they'll reach you when they reach you. And yeah, if everything happens when it's supposed to happen. So this is the first step. You gotta set a domino before things can just start falling. But again, I'm proud of you guys just for being able to put up with all the stuff that we adults have put on your plates. So for that, just hey, pat yourselves on the back, give yourselves a big hug from me, and yeah, let's chat. Let me know. Reach out to me. Email me. My email is Revelation, like the Bible, chapter 7, the number, V, the letter, 2, the number. Revelation 7v2 at gmail.com. And, you know, if you need to reach out that way. I will, a little weary about giving out a number here right now, so we'll just kind of save that. But just email me and we'll go from there. So always here whenever you need to talk. And in case I don't talk to you, have a good day, good afternoon, and good night.